Well, you'd hope some of those detailed plans, Matt, are already there, that they've been working on them, from some time back. I mean, I mentioned, and I know you agree on this, I think housing, energy, tax, red tape, all of those things are what Australian people want to hear about, aren't they not?
Well, sure, but those plans have to be properly adopted through the normal processes we go through. I'm sure Angus, I've worked with Angus in Cabinet. He's a collegiate guy. He's extremely intelligent across his breadth. He's been very successful in business. And I think right now, given the economic conditions we face, Australia could do with somebody who has that success, that track record in business. And like in any team, we've got to take the whole team with us. So those plans and policies, of course, will go through a shadow cabinet. They'll be discussed with colleagues, and then we'll put them out to the Australian people. As I say, there's plenty of time for that. There's no need to do that on day one.
Do you believe that Angus Taylor and his team understand the arguments around energy, and that it is a bit of a conflict where you say you don't agree with net zero, but you're still a signatory to the Paris Agreement? I mean, is that a starting point?
There's two elements there. There's probably no one in the Parliament that knows more about energy than Angus Taylor. He was Energy Minister. He's got a very clear-eyed view about what we need to do as a nation. I've discussed these matters with him many times, so I've got great confidence in him as leader in taking up the fight, as he said today, the fight to a Labor Party that's presiding over a shockingly failing energy policy for our country. In terms of the detail of the coalition getting out of net zero, well, as Angus said today, we're against all kinds of taxes, new bad taxes from the Labor Party, including those on our manufacturing sector, these carbon taxes that are smashing our mining and manufacturing industries. They'll go under a coalition government. And that doesn't mean, though, that we can't still cooperate with other countries around the world and do the right thing, be a good nation. The Paris Agreement does not require us to impose the kind of taxes that the Labor Party is imposing on the Australian economy, and that will be the key difference between Labor and the Liberal and National parties at the next elections. If you do want higher taxes, higher charges, well, the Labor Party have got plenty of those. They've got a whole menu of those. More coming, I'd say, soon with the cash grab tax, the so-called changes to the capital gains tax. But the Liberal and National Party will always stand for those lower taxes, and that's what we'll be offering to the Australian people.
When you see the people that are drifting away from the Liberal Party and, the One Nation vote increasing, you hear so many Australians say, look, we're rich in resources. We've got as much coal and gas that we need to run the country forever. We should be using uranium. We should be looking at nuclear, and that comes into the AI argument. Do you think that the party under Angus will go down that road hard enough?
Well, look, I can't pretend to speak for Angus, and I'll let him map out his own plans. But last year, when the coalition did drop net zero, it made it very clear that we wouldn't be putting unnecessary restrictions on any type of energy production. The simplest and quickest way to bring down your electricity bill is to make sure that we increase the supply of all forms of electricity. Because when you increase supply, you lower prices. It's a simple economic law. And as you say, we have enormous resources as a country of almost every type of electricity generation. For some ridiculous reason, we completely ban the use of uranium, despite having the world's largest uranium reserves. And of course, we have a de facto ban on coal and gas now under this Labor government. So when you restrict the supply of those so important energy sources, you are almost necessarily going to get higher electricity prices, and that's exactly what we've seen under this Labor government. Keep in mind, people now predict that we could be facing another 24% increase in electricity prices, household electricity prices this year. This has got to stop. And so the coalition has said we would do that. We'd make sure that we'd use all types of energy. We'd have the best fit of an energy source for whatever its particular use is. So there is a role for solar and wind in some locations, on your roof, good luck. But we also need large spinning things that can stay on all the time to keep a manufacturing sector in this country, so we can have good jobs and defend ourselves. And as you also mentioned, so we take these opportunities with AI and data centres without having some reliable form of power generation. We're just not going to have those. We'll miss out on that investment, and data security will go elsewhere.